Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, welcome all of our dear audiences to the Quickly News Digest in English of Piazza TV channel, the 30-week transmission July 2019 with the following menus. The dignified fragrance set solemnly celebrated the fourth commemorative ritual in remembrance of the Venerable Trauma Master Tieng, the Wizard. The 11-meter statue of One Yin Bodhisattva is right in Vietnam National Temple, Ho Chi Minh City. Requiem in memorial of heroes, martyrs who sacrificed in Cao Bằng. Around 1,000 monks and nuns attended the Thanksgiving ritual in Yin Quang Pagoda. Buddhist youth camping with the theme Holy Thang Long at Khai Minh Pagoda, Sơn Tây Town, Hanoi City. Conference on fostering Buddhist secretarial skills for administration units of 63 provinces and cities. Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of July 21, 2019, that means 19th June of the year of the world, the monks and nuns of the Rectified Fragrance Set solemnly celebrated the fourth commemorative ritual of the Venerable Trauma Master Tieng, the Wizard, founder of Dignified Fragrance Set, Trauma Master, Buddhist World Sangha based in the United States, to inaugurate Minh Đăng Quang Drama Monastery in District 2, Ho Chi Minh City.
As one of the famous Dharma masters, when the Vietnam Dignified Fragrance Sect was officially recognized in 1966, Venerable Dharma Master Tieng was elected General Administrator to be the Chief and General Director of all the sections, Monks Affairs, Dharma Enactment, and Social Charity. In 1972, the Dignified Fragrance Sect Sangha of Vietnam organized the Third Congress at the Central Vihara. He was appointed by the masked sentient beings to the positions of principal of the Monastery of Dharma Practice. After 1975, the Venerable Dharma Master went to the United States, where he propagated and established the World Buddhist Dignified Fragrance Sect Sangha there, and he was honored as the Dharma Master until he passed away. The Venerable Dharma Master had always directed his heart towards the beloved Vietnam fatherland. Vietnamese Buddhism in general and the Buddhist Dignified Fragrant monks, in particular during the years of living and practicing Buddhist Dharma in the United States. When the Dharma obligation was complete, Venerable Dharma Master recalled his soul and died in the United States at 10:30 on August 3, 2015, to June 19 of the year of the goat, with 93 years of life on earth for 60 years in religious service. At exactly 8 a.m., July 21, 2019, at Minh Đăng Quang Monastery, District 2, Ho Chi Minh City, monks and nuns and Buddhist followers practiced the Buddhist ceremony and began to perform the ritual of offering incense and ribbon cutting at the stupa of the deceased venerable.
In the morning of July 21, 2019, exactly the commemorable date of One Yin Bodhisattva on June 19 by lunar calendar, the Administration Council of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha solemnly held a ceremony to inscribe the statue of One Yin Bodhisattva into Vietnam National Temple, the Buddhist spiritual and administrative center in Ho Chi Minh City. Among the attendants in the ceremony, there were thousands of Buddhists, monks and nuns from various parts of the country to pray in chanting for this event. You are invited to have a look at some photos at the ceremony.
In order to meet the spiritual needs of monks and nuns and Buddhists from far away and nearby places, suffice it to have sufficient good condition and relevant grace, the Buddhist Administration Council of Ho Chi Minh City implemented the construction of stupa of Quang Yin Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara at the Vietnam National Temple. At the ceremony, the religious virtue monks and nuns witnessed the incense offered to the Buddha. The masses invited the monks to perform the ritual to protect the stupa, the lotus, and the Quang Yin Bodhisattva. Meanwhile, thousands of monks and nuns, Buddhists, conscientiously maintain great compassion. Prajna Sutra, Eightfold Faith. praised the name of the Quang Yin Bodhisattva to pray for the ceremony to be fully fulfilled. It is known that the constructed project was donated by Hưng Thịnh Real Estate Company with a total budget of 15 billion Vietnam dong, contributing to complete the architecture of the whole Vietnam National Temple, including Great Divine Jewel Shrine, Đại Hưng Bảo Điện, where the statue of Buddha is worshipped. The statue weighs 36 tons of copper, laminated with gold. The 13-layer tower of 63 meters in height, where the relics of Buddha Thích Quảng Đức is well preserved, stupa of Quang Yin Bodhisattva, and the administrative office of the Buddhist Sangha of Ho Chi Minh City, and other auxiliary works. It creates a typical spiritual cultural landmark in Ho Chi Minh City.
Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, to commemorate the Day of War Invalids and Martyrs, July 27, 2018, in the Vietnamese spirit of drinking the water retained in the source, and gratitude praise of Buddhism, on July 21, 2018, at Trúc Lâm Tha Lung Pagoda, Phúc Hòa District, Cao Bằng Province, the Central Board of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Cao Bằng Province, based Vietnam Buddhist Sangha section, held a memorial requiem, praying for heroes, martyrs, and people who sacrificed their lives. It was for the repose of the souls of the dead to mark the 72nd anniversary of the War Invalids and Martyrs, and the 40 years of fighting to defend the northern border.
In the attendance on the part of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, we had the presence of Venerable Thích Gia Quang, Vice Chairman of the Administration Council, Head of the Information and Communication Section, Head of the Cao Bằng Administration Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Cao Bằng Province, and monks in the Standing Committee of Administration Council. On the government side, there were Mr. Ngô Minh, Deputy Chief of the Government Committee for Religious Affairs, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Đua, Chairman of Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Cao Bằng Province, and all the local authorities and numerous Buddhist followers, families with meritorious service to the revolution. Through the memorial requiem, monks and nuns, Buddhists with kind-hearted wishes pray for the spirits of fallen soldiers who died for the cause of national liberation and national defense, so that they rest in peace in the Pure Land. The heroes of the martyrs should rest. Their brave figures will blend with the river, will live forever in the heart of the nation, in the glorious history of the country of Vietnam. On this occasion, the Central Vietnam Buddhist Church also offered 50 gifts of gratitude to harden the policy beneficiary families, wounded soldiers who are still in difficult circumstances in Phúc Hòa District.
Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, the Yin Wang Pagoda in Việt Hung Camille, Huế District, Bắc Ninh Province, was built during the Lý Dynasty. It has been integral in many historical ups and downs, ravaged by wars and eroded by time. The old pagoda used to be only a ruin. In 2007, Venerable Thích Tâm Quang had enough bestowed grace and good conditions for dwelling there as an outpost of Yin Wang Pagoda. Since that day, Venerable Thích Tâm Quang, together with local Buddhist people and local authorities, held a groundbreaking ceremony to reconstruct and rebuild the Great Divine Jewel Shrine in Yin Wang Pagoda on April 1, 2012. After more than 7 years of construction, the basic construction has been completed and put into use. On the morning of July 21, 2018, that means June 19, the year of the war, to celebrate the attainment of the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara, the attainment ritual, the Thanksgiving ritual for the three jewels, and the worship ceremony were held with the participation in attendance and witness of over 1,000 monks and nuns from several northern provinces.
In broad daylight witness, there was the head of the Venerable
Thích Thanh Dục,
standing member of the Board of Patrons, the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, the Supreme Venerable Executive Council of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Thích Thanh Nhu, standing Vice Chairman of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Venerable Buddhists of Vietnam, Most Venerable Tuan, Abbot of Yingguang Pagoda, head of the organizing committee. Together with over 1,000 monks and nuns, Venerable Masters, priests of 25 lower Buddhist schools from 12 northern cities and provinces. At the ritual, Most Venerable Tuan prayed the three jewels for blessing the monks and Buddhists of Yingguang Pagoda to complete their wish to build the great divine jewel shrine, the monks' altar, and the lecture hall, the guest houses, hermit's dormitory, and other facilities of Yingguang Pagoda. Venerable Thut Bao Wim, Vice Chairman of the Administration Board, the head of Vietnam Dharma Enactment Board, also had some things to remind the monks Yingguang Pagoda. With my wish, I am very much looking forward to the Most Venerable Abbot to give more mind, take care of your religious practice, in your study and your teachings, to nurture your teachings and mind. Secondly, it is expected that the Most Venerable will organize more retreat courses, be more successful for Buddhists, so that Buddhists can be successful in listening to the Dharma, understanding the Eightfold Path, the Buddha's worships, the faith in worshipping the three jewels, keeping the Dharma eternal and righteous. And I wishes the local Buddhists and goodwill men and women would follow the example of the three jewels to see the victory today that they are enjoying, seeing the solemn shrine, the magnificent stupa, the magnificent construction works, and see their virtues with their initiative, perseverance to cultivate the knowledge steadily, and wish all Buddhist followers, their family, happiness, solid bodhisattva.
Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, during the past few years, summer retreats and camps have become an indispensable part of the Buddhist youth in all three regions of Vietnam. This year, the youth and Buddhist camp in the north with the theme Holy Thăng Long were organized by the Buddhist Guide Council for about 2,000 campers with many meaningful and virtuous activities in Khai Nguyên Pagoda, Sơn Tây Thao, Hanoi City from 24th to 28th July 2018. As one of various fronts at educating the younger generation and in the enactment of the letter number 184 of Venerable Thích Đức Thiện, Vice Chairman and General Secretary of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, on organizing summer retreats for the youth and the Buddhism followers and Buddhist students in the summer of 2019, started on June 10, 2018. The youth and Buddhism camp with the theme of Holy Thăng Long, organized by the Buddhist Guide Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, has become a meaningful movement, meeting the expectation of the majority of young people, forming a meaningful communication environment between the provincial units to learn from each other, have fun, and look forward to the virtues. This year's camp attracted about 2,000 campers with main activities such as parade, cultural art performances, big gun, game show, jump shots of drama, and nightlight. In addition, the scientific seminar Buddhism Flowers, Operations in Contribution to the Sustainable Development of the Country, was also taking place here. The purpose of the seminar is to clarify the roles and contribution of Buddhism in general, and Buddhists in particular in the history, national culture, and the sustainable development of the country. The camping and the seminar contribute to educating Buddhists to express their gratitude to the Buddha, to serve the three jewels, to love their homeland, to respect their parents and teachers, to become exemplary citizens of virtue for the society. Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, on July 26, 2019, the Conference on Professional Training for Secretariat and Office Administration for the Secretariat was officially opened in Bai Dinh Temple, Gia Vinh District and Ninh Bình Province. Attending the conference, there were the standing members of religious boards of the council, the secretaries, the deputy secretaries of the 13 central monasteries of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, the non-section of the Sangha Committee, the administration units of 63 provinces and cities across the country. In particular, the conference also welcomed the leaders of the Government Committee for Religious Affairs to attend.
In the witness of the ceremony, there were the chairman of Vietnam Buddhist Center, Venerable Tieng, Vice President of the Council of the Nation Assembly of Vietnam Buddhist Center, Venerable Tieng Pháp, and Venerable Thanh Nhu, Vice Chairman and General Secretary of the Administration Council, head of the organizing committee, Venerable Tieng, with religious virtue of monks and nuns, and the Vice President of Administration Council. In the conference opening speech, the Venerable head of the conference organizing committee emphasized confronting the industrial era 4.0 industry. It is to demand various levels of the Sangha to have awareness and innovation in the way of operating administrative affairs of the Sangha. During the 2 days conference, delegates will be able to improve their knowledge, professional skills, and administrative management experience as expected from monks and nuns, religious ethics leaders, and highly specialized administrators. Upon that background, the imparted knowledge will be applied to practice for the local administrative work in the new era. On this occasion, Mr. Bùi Thanh Hà, standing Vice Chairman of the Government Committee for Religious Affairs, attended and has greeting speech to wish the conference a great success. He added that in order to improve the quality of administrative documents of the local Sangha units, the Government Committee for Religious Affairs prepared its representative to present the law on religious beliefs, detailing the government's decrees on a number of articles and measures to enforce the law on religious beliefs. Decisions of the Minister of Home Affairs to announce the administrative procedures in religious beliefs, especially attached with 53 samples of documents in administrative procedures of their expediencies issued together with Decrees No. 16/NDCP. This conference appreciated the teachings of the Venerable Master of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. The Sangha administration is a framework for forming the organization on the basis of the Charter, regulations and internal rule for sessions and monasteries. Administration is the enactment of the policies and guidelines of the Sangha. These are the mandates, governance, and organization of the Sangha in a consistent manner from the center to local level. It is the job of the legally authorized mandatory people who are obligatory in the performing on the mandates given and entrusted to them by the Sangha. The Secretariat, playing the role of advising the Sangha's leaders, is not only required of being knowledgeable in appetites, but also in time to hold the progress of modern technology in order to have the right orientation for all Buddhist affairs service for its own sustainable development. The Venerable praised the merit of the Secretariat of the Vietnam Buddhist Center and was very happy as well as hopeful that this conference would bring many good improvements for the Center administration in contribution to the development of the Vietnam Buddhist Center in a new era. Proceedings, the Conference on Professional Skill for Secretaries and office administrators for the Secretariat is held for 2 days, 26-27 of July 2019, June 24-25 the year of the board, at Baidin Pagoda, Yavin District, Ninh Bình Province. Delegates attending the conference are equipped with in-depth knowledge. The role of the secretary and the actual current status of Buddhist administration at all levels, presented by Venerable Tieng, Vice Chairman and Secretary General of the Administration Council. The needs for improvement of administrative work in the Buddhist context of Vietnam Buddhist Center, presented by Dr. Bùi Hữu Đức, Director of the Buddhist Department of the Government Committee for Religious Affairs. Discussion and comments in the introduction of Vietnam Buddhist Center's Charter, the internal regulation of the monks' performance in Dharma practice into the administration of the Buddhist affairs in the locality presented by Venerable Thích Thiện Thông, Vice Chairman of the Administration Council. Instruction for Office Administration led by Venerable Thích Huệ Thông, Deputy Secretary General and Chief of Standing Office of Vietnam Buddhist Center. Along with those key contents, the attendees are trained in improving their secretary skills for Secretariat, Documentation Office Administration, making Europe Center Administration app, digital text, digital electronic information cards, social networks, Buddhist communication, building the Electronic Control Center of Vietnam Buddhist Center.
Venerable Sangha, ladies and gentlemen, the last news has shut up this weekly newsreel. Thanks for your attention and following. Wishing you all a new week with much happiness. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel again. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.